BMW will be updating the 4 for the interior. So you're going to get the iX screen, which is a one panel that has a 14.9-inch touch navigation and a 12.3 digital gauge cluster. Is it better to option the 2023 that we have here that's in black sapphire xDrive with the Takara red perforated Syntek seats here at BMW of Wesley Chapel? Starting off with your LED headlamps and daytime runnings, we have the shadow line lights with the M Sport package. That's what's going to encase these 19-inch 5 double-spoke alloy wheels. The M Sport Pro package will give us these red brake calipers, 4 pistons in the front, single floating caliper in the rear. Nearly 5 inches of clearance, an active kidney grille, 52.9, 47.1 weight distribution, BMW's M twin power turbo with 255 horsepower and 295 pound-feet of torque. We have the 8-speed sport automatic transmission. Now, if this is not enough power, you just up it to the M430i Coupe, in which you're going to have 382 horsepower. You can also go to a full-blown M, add the competition, over 500 horsepower, and each one is going to be about a second difference in the 0 to 60. So it just depends on how fast you really want to take your BMW, whether for a daily drive or take it straight onto the track. M Sport suspension, and it's going to sip gas a little bit better than a full-blown M or the M440i at 23 mpgs for the city and 33 mpgs for the highway. This is an xDrive, so that is an all-wheel drive, and 187.9 inches of a link with 3,708 pound curb weight. So when you're thinking, well, it doesn't have that much horsepower and the torque's underneath 300 pound-feet, is it going to be enough? BMW doesn't weigh that much. They also have a near perfect 50-50 weight distribution. The rear gets your standard LED tail lamps, dual exhaust outlets, front and rear parking sensors with a reverse camera. You get a trunk lid spoiler on the top, so it keeps that sport heritage, even though this is not the M440i. Quick release going into 16.6 cubic feet of storage with a couple of cubbies on the side and a 12-volt charger. Split fold the rear bench in the back at a 40-20-40 split. You also have some bag holders on both sides. That will increase the cargo capacity to the 430i Coupe xDrive. This is nearly 300 pound-feet of torque. Let's go inside, start up, so you can hear that exhaust note. Going inside, the 430i Coupe xDrive is going to get 38 inches of headroom, 35.2 inches of legroom, 14-way power seat adjustment for the driver with memory, heated front seats, 8-way power seat adjustment for the passenger with manual cushion extensions. The dashboard gets the Syntek, which is new for 2023. It is standard with the oak wood satin aluminum that's going to surround all the air vents with a 12.3 infotainment screen with navigation, pinch, swipe, Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, Sirius XM, AM, FM, streaming, Bluetooth audio. Wi-Fi hotspot. Put it into reverse. We have a reverse camera with full trajectory. Click this little icon here, and you can have it where you just show the front and rear parking sensors. Dual climate control settings. The oak wood goes in and opens up to a wireless charging pad, USB-A port, and a 12-volt. The gear lever gets the gloss black and the oak wood around the iDrive 7. It's going to be sporty for your arms, open up inside with another USB-A port and a long storage pocket. 3-spoke leather-wrapped steering wheel. This is from the M Sport package. Paddle shifters, the stocks, push to start, and the 12.3 digital gauge cluster, which when you change it into different modes, it will change the whole layout. Otherwise, hit the BC on the stock and you can go through an array of information for the driver. We do not have any heads-up display. The upgraded Harman Kardon comes into play. It's going to be more everyday materials pretty much all over the top, except for where you rest your arm. It's going to be more sporty with the grille pattern for the speakers, one touch up and down for all the windows, and a medium storage pocket with the beverage or bottle holder in the front. With a large power moonroof. Going into the back, it is power adjusting. For the back seats, I have to close the cup holders in order to actually relax. Headroom is at 35.2 inches. Because of this coupe design, it's doable, but you gotta kind of slide down. Leg space at 34.5 inches, which if I'm driving, I can fit. Storage is going to be on the side with an armrest, third climate control, 2 USB-C ports, no storage behind any of the front seats. 255 horsepower, 295 pound-feet of torque, 8-speed sport automatic transmission, which equivalates to what I'm going to demonstrate right here. M Sport brakes. That's what you get with that. 52.9, 47.1 weight distribution. So it's really tight when you need it to be. Because this is the coupe, it's gonna be a little bit more quiet than the convertible, which we already have a review on as well. So you can see the difference between the two, in which obviously you get better sound deadening. Now what we're going to demonstrate is the actual performance. Here we go. BMW just has that fun factor in which they capture it even at an MSRP that can be under $50,000. Now, when you get into the 2024, that's going to escalate about $2,000 to $3,000 increase, predominantly because of the screen setup. Dynamics, if you need to move in and out of lanes, you can do so really quickly. And to show you the turn radius at a stop point, got to get about 2 lanes and rock and roll. So, I mean, even if you hit a lower RPM, you're still going to hear the exhaust note. So if that's something that you are considering could be something as a problem, it actually will not be. You do not necessarily have to go to the M430i, in which you'd get 382 horsepower. The full-blown the full-blown M, 473 horsepower. At the competition, 503. Now that's going to take me to some things I like and dislike, and starting off with is what I like. You can actually fit 4 adults my dimensions, and I'm 6'3" in this coupe. You do not have to go into a convertible if you don't want to option that. As for headspace, it's a little tight, but you can slide down a little bit and everybody can actually fit. The second thing that I like about the vehicle is the new Syntek Dashboard that's more or less standard, because the leather one stretches in a bad way, especially if you live in Florida. So I think it was a good option that BMW went this route. It still is soft to touch with a little bit of a sponge feel. The last thing that I like is this is a daily use car. It's not too much in the sound, even with upgraded wheels. And even though you have M Sport suspension, it doesn't feel like I'm riding on the ground. 3 things that I dislike about the vehicle: option the M for competition, and it's double the performance of this vehicle, in which it would be nice to have over 300 horsepower. The second thing that I dislike is where these cup holders are. The 12 volt and USB is right there. If you spill a drink, I mean, you know what's gonna happen. The last thing that I dislike really is derived, because it's almost $60,000. There's not really any soft materials to rest your arms. So for a long journey, you can get a little tired because of this. But optioning this over the 2024, if it's really just the tech that you're looking for, then yes, I would say go ahead and do it. Otherwise, I mean, performance numbers are exactly the same. Probably gonna get a deal because they're gonna have some of these on the lot, in which the 2024s are coming out in the next few months, especially in North America. I mean, it's a vehicle that ticks all the boxes. If you need more power, that's when you go into the M440i or the full M, or even at the competition, in which I stated the performance numbers. Each one goes about a second difference in the 0 to 60, except for when you go from the 440i to the M40, then it's about 0.5 to 0.7 seconds, give or take, depending on if you get the competition package. But this is definitely something that you're gonna have fun with, because BMW keeps that fun to drive spirit, and they capture all the technology that you need, unless you want to get the upgraded 5G iX screen. I'd like to thank BMW of Wesley Chapel for giving us this 2023 BMW 430i xDrive Coupe for our car review. If you're already a subscriber, thank you for being part of the Hawkeye community. If not, I don't know what you're waiting for. Click the next video and the subscribe button. Check out the merchandise website, Instagram, leave a comment and a like.